morning to all of you. In this class I am going to start with another important topic of chapter strategies for enhancement in food production. Before going to start, father of green revolution is Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who with the help of Norman E. Borlaug produced some varieties of wheat or hybrid of wheat for enhancement in the production of wheat crop. Due to which some of the Ratna, Jaya, these are the hybrid of rices, or for the development of these variety there is enhancement in the production of rice crop. Now other is semi-dwarf plant of wheat induced in India in 1963, and the variety of rice Jaya and Ratna induced in India during the 1966 for enhancing the production of rice and wheat too. Now Norman E. Borlaug, he discovered the new variety of wheat or semi-dwarf variety for enhancement in the food production or for enhancement in the wheat crop in the National Institute of Mexico, or National Institute of Maize and other crop, maize and wheat, for example, in the Mexico or the Taiwan. Or in the Taiwan, the native one produced with the help of the workers by the Norman E. Borlaug. So, in previous class, some of the Saccharum officinarum or barberry used for making the hybridized sugar cane, for making the new sugar cane plant for enhancing the production in the north side, because the Saccharum barberry are not able to produce such a good quantity of sugar. So, but the Saccharum officinarum can produce the huge quantity of sugar or good quantity of the sugar in South India. So but they are not able to grow in the North India. But after the crossing in between the Saccharum barberry and Saccharum officinarum, the hybrid can produce large amount of sugar, or they also grow in the field of North India. So after this we are going to discuss about the disease resistant crop breeding or plant breeding. So let us discuss about the plant breeding for disease resistance. May induce the hybrid plant for production, for high yield of the product, or also to make disease resistant. So what are the aim for the production of disease resistance plant? So the objectives of disease resistance plant are: first, we prevent the disease that or we also prevent the infection caused by the bacteria or by the fungus, because if the bacteria or fungus cause any disease in plant, so whole field of the crop will affect by that bacteria or fungi. As in case of the white rust disease, which is caused by the black rust 2 disease caused by black, brown and white rust disease caused by the fungi, or mainly they affect all over the field of the crop, so that overall yield of wheat get affected by a single fungi or by a single disease. So that's why there is need for making the disease resistant plant for induce or for enhance the yield of crop. For enhance the yield of crop. So the main objective of making the disease resistant plant is that we will enhance the yield of the crop, because if any disease is caused by fungi or bacteria, so they do not affect only one plant, they affect all over the field of the crop, because they reproduce through the spores, or if one time there is formation of so many thousands of spores by a single fungi or by a single bacteria, so they actually affect all over they affect whole field of the crop. Now that's why the need of disease resistant plant. Now second aim is that for reduce the use of bactericides and fungicides. Reduce the use of bactericides and fungicides. So when we use bactericides, so because they are chemical, or fungicides in the field of crop, so they not affect only, they are not specific, they actually not affect only the specific bacteria, those bacteria which are helpful or which are beneficial for us, or fungi which are beneficial for us, or insects too are beneficial for us, so they are also killed by such bactericides or fungicides. Indirectly they also affect the respiratory tract of the human too, or the animals which generally present in that in the surrounding of the crop, in the surrounding of the field of crop. So that's why there is importance to reduce the use of bactericides and fungicides, because they are chemical, they not only affect the particular bacteria or specific to that bacteria, the other organisms which are present in that environment where the fungicides or bactericide have sprayed in the crop field, so they affect indirectly all the living organisms that are present in the surrounding of the field crop. So that's why there is need for reduce the use of bactericides or any chemical which are generally used for killing the pest, for example, pest and insect too. So for the reduction of such chemical, we need to use or form the disease resistant plant. So these are the main two goals of the plant. Now let us discuss about the common diseases which are caused in the plant, or in the wheat, rice and potato, for example, or sugarcane. So the most common disease which is caused in rice is brown rust disease. So that is caused by fungi, or they mainly infect the leaf of the plant, so that plants are not able to do photosynthesis or not able to form their food in the leaf. Or they also infect the vascular tissue of the plant, or that's why the whole vascular system of the plant get affected by the fungi, or due to disease caused by the fungi, whole the productivity of the wheat plant get reduces. So that's why there is need for the disease resistant plant, because if the fungi Puccinia triticum cause disease in wheat, so only one plant of wheat is not affected by the Puccinia triticum. The fungi release spores so in high in amount or large in amount, so that they actually infect all over the crop of the field. So now discuss the fungal diseases which are common fungal diseases. Common fungal diseases. So the brown rust disease caused by fungi Puccinia triticum. Puccinia triticum generally affect the leaf of the wheat and the vascular tissue of the wheat plant. So in fact, leaf and vascular tissues of the plant. So when they infect the vascular or infect in the vascular tissue or the leaf of the plant, they actually cause reduction in the photosynthesis, or that's why the overall the productivity of the plant get decreases by the infection in vascular tissue or the leaf of the plant. Now next disease is red rot of sugarcane. Red rot of sugar cane. So red rot of sugar cane, which is also caused by the fungi, or the fungi is Glomerella So here we are discussing about the disease caused by the fungi or common fungal diseases in which we have discussed about the brown rust disease of the wheat. Now the second is red rot disease of sugarcane. So red rot disease in sugarcane also caused by the fungi, and the fungi is Glomerella. So the species is Glomerella, which cause or generally infect the stem of the sugar, or also said to be vascular system of the sugar. But leaf are also affected by these, but in less in amount. They mainly cause the stem. They mainly infect the stem of the sugar. So the affected areas are stem, infect stem and leaves. So generally they reduce the productivity of the sugar by infecting the stem. That means if the stem is infected, so that they infect the vascular system of the stem, or thus they reduce the production of the sugar. Disease is late blight of potato. Late blight of potato. Late blight of potato caused by fungi Phytophthora infestans. Fungi name is Phytophthora infestans. Phytophthora infestans. Phytophthora infestans cause infection in the potato or the leaf both. So both root also said to be stem, because the potato is the modified stem for the storage of food or storage of starch. So the main infection done in the stem or the leaf. Okay. So they, or due to they reduce the formation of the tubers in the potato plant, thus cause the even if the infection is huge, so they dry all the plant. Due to this, the plant get died or dry after the infection, or after the infection with the Phytophthora. So this is also a fungi. Now some of the other bacterial disease are also present, or these bacterial or viral disease, that is the tobacco mosaic is a virus disease. So let us discuss about the bacterial diseases. So common bacterial diseases are black rot of crucifers, common bacterial diseases. Common bacterial diseases. The common bacterial diseases are black rot of crucifers, first, second is late blight, or also said the blight of rice, and the third disease, which is also a bacterial disease or common bacterial disease, caused in citrus fruit, that is citrus canker. And so other than these, so many diseases which are caused by bacteria. So these are the most common diseases which are caused by the bacteria. Now some of the common diseases which are caused by fungus are viruses are common viruses disease. First we discuss about the organism or bacteria, specific bacteria that causes the disease in crucifer or disease in rice or canker or citrus. In citrus. So what are the species of bacteria which cause the specific disease in crucifer, rice or citrus? Black rot disease of crucifer caused by bacteria Xanthomonas, and the blight of rice caused by Bacillus oryzae, and the citrus canker caused by Xanthomonas. Here is campestris. So the crucifer caused by Xanthomonas campestris, and the cancer or canker of citrus caused by Xanthomonas axonopodis. So these are the common bacterial disease which are caused in different field of crop, that is in crucifers, that means the mustard which is belong to the crucifers, the cabbage is also belong to the crucifer family. So they generally, the black rot disease caused in the crucifers like cabbage, like mustard, or they generally infect leaf and the fruit of the crucifers, or the bacteria is Xanthomonas campestris. Now the blight of rice caused in rice, or mainly they infect the fruit of the rice or rice fruit, or also said to be the bacteria is Bacillus oryzae. Now the citrus canker caused by the bacteria Xanthomonas axonopodis. So these are the common bacterial disease caused in different field of the crop in crucifer, rice or citrus. Or citrus mainly oranges, or the fruits have citric acid, so that belongs to the citrus group of fruit. So they infect the fruit. The citrus canker mainly infect is a disease in which the Xanthomonas axonopodis cause infection in the fruit or in the leaf of the plant. Here Bacillus oryzae mainly infect the fruit of the plant, that is the pod of the, also said to be the fruit of the rice, and also said to be the crucifer caused by Xanthomonas campestris. Or these are the bacteria. Now next is the viral diseases or common viral diseases which cause in tobacco or which cause in other plants, or viral infection in the leaf. So common viral diseases are tobacco mosaic, infect leaf of the plant, and also turnip mosaic. They also infect the leaf of the virus, infect the leaf of the plant. So the infective site is or site of infection is leaf of the plant. So these are the common diseases which are caused by bacteria, virus and fungi. So many diseases also caused by the helminthes, like in soybean plant. So many diseases which are caused by the other pests, other arthropods, other helminths or other annelids. So but for making the disease resistant plant, because they are the major group of animals which cause most common diseases in the crop, or due to which the whole production of wheat or whole production of the rice get decreases by the use of by the infection by the infection with these type of diseases, or they reduce the overall crop productivity. Due to this reason, we are going to make, or we are going to make a hybrid plant for making them resistant for these diseases. So let us discuss about the method of making disease resistant plant or breeding disease resistant plant. Methods of breeding disease resistant plants. Disease resistance plants. For making disease resistance plant, there are two methods which involve in the breeding of or making of disease resistant plant. These two methods are, first is conventional method, and the second method is mutation method. So first method is quite easy as compared to the mutational method, because it also can be produced by the natural phenomena by hybridizing in between the true breeding line, or hybridizing in between the superior and inferior, superior to superior breed of the different characteristics, or so that a plant becomes disease resistant. For example, so many plants actually for their own protection release some specific chemicals. They reduce or prevent themselves for other fungal diseases or for the other bacterial diseases. For making making disease resistant plant, we generally cross the two different plant, so that one which generally from which we require the fruit or nutrients, whatever the nutrient is, and the second one is the plant who synthesize the chemical for the specific disease. When we cross in between these two plants after hybridization or mixing or blending of the character, the plant which is produced by the hybridization have both the characteristics. That means they produce fruit or also produce the chemicals which protect them by different infection. For example, in the conventional breeding, they use simply hybridization method. In hybridization method, two different characteristic plant characteristic plant undergoes in hybridization, or mixing or blending of these characters takes place. By the blending of these characters, the desired product will form by hybridization method. So hybridization in two breeds. So hybridization takes place in between the two breeds. So how the hybridization takes place in between the two breeds? So the steps which are involved in the hybridization are: the first step is selection of desired character for the hybridization. selection of desired character for hybridization. Selection for design from the bacteria or virus. So, second step is first we select that plant, 2 plants. Now, then second step is by self-pollination, increase the quantity and number of the plant. By self-pollination, increase the number of plants. Increase the number of plants. After increase in the number of plants, that means we have one A plant and one B plant. By self-pollination, we produce so many A plant and so many B plant. So that we, because every hybridization experiment, not surely that the hybridization, each hybridization experiment is successful during the experiment. For this purpose, for making a successful variety, there is need for so many hybridization takes place through the scientist, or for making so many hybridization in between the plant A or B, there is need for more and more A plant and more B plant. So that's why there is need for the self-pollination, so that we form the true breeding line. First we form the true breeding line plant, or we increase the quantity of the A and the quantity of the B type of plant for the hybridization experiment. Now after the increasing the quantity of the plant, hybridization takes place in between, or the 2 plant. Hybridization done in between 2 plants which have our desired characteristic. Now after hybridization, now the products which we obtain from the hybridization undergoes in evaluation and testing. Evaluation and testing of plant. See, now if the plant shows our need, our desired product or our desired characteristics, so by the self-pollination, or by the hybridization, the scientists make large number of plants, hybridized plants. They show the desired characteristic, or after making the high amount of plant, the release of these plants in commercial way takes place. Release of the plant. And the last step is release of hybrid variety of material. Release of hybrid variety of is the overall about for making the plant breeding for disease resistance. Or here is the method of breeding disease resistant plant. So first is conventional method. In the conventional method, the steps which are involved in making the breed is simply use the hybridization method. In the hybridization, first we select the plant with desired characteristic and increase their number by self-pollination. Then after increasing their number, the hybridization experiment takes place in between A and B plant. For example, after the successful experiment, the hybridization or hybrid plant undergoes in evaluation or testing. If the plant pass the test or pass the evaluation, then the hybrid plant released into the market or released into the commercial way. Now, in the next class, we will discuss about the mutation method. So here is the overall about the conventional method. I hope you like this video. If any doubt or questions, so student, please ask me in online video, in online classes mostly, mainly. So here is the overall about the conventional method. I hope you like this video. Keep listening, watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.